So for this practice, you'll need a blanket. This will be going under the knees, and a block or bolster or pillow to sit on. A cross-legged pose can be helpful as well. So we'll go ahead and begin in a seated pose here, bringing the hands to heart center and settling into the space of our practice, this space of healing, transformation, and expansion. Feeling the spine nice and tall, feeling the breath nice and deep. So we'll begin with a single Om, this sound of creation, of sustaining, and of things ending. So taking in a deep breath. So to begin, place our hands behind us, and the feet can go flat on your mat. Begin by windshield wipering the legs from side to side. This is just a gentle movement to warm the hips up. So connect with your hip sockets here. Allow them some easy movements to loosen. A few more times on each side. Coming over to the left and holding, looking over to the right shoulder. Coming over to the right and holding, looking over to the left shoulder. And back to center. You can grab your pillow or block and find your seat. Coming to cross-legged here. We'll be working with some seated spinal twists. Inhaling to reach the arms up, interlacing the fingers, reaching nice and tall. Exhale and twist to the right. Left hand comes to right knee, right hand behind you, gaze over right shoulder. Inhaling up to the other side. Exhaling, right hand to left knee. Extend the spine as you twist, reach up tall. We'll inhale up again, going to the right side. Really lifting as you twist. And again, over to the left, lift and twist. And coming back to center, you can remove your block or pillow, and we'll grab the blanket, placing it under the knees. Finding our tabletop pose, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and we'll start moving back and forth from cat, spine rounded, cow, navel dipped. Moving back and forth. And we'll start to get the breath involved here, warming the spine. Connecting with your spine, imagining the bones moving, feeling this wave-like shape move through it. You can pick up the pace a little bit here, moving a little bit faster. And one more big breath into cow pose, tailbone raised, shoulders squeeze together and neck extends. Exhale to round the spine. And coming back to a neutral spine, you can come up onto the knees for a moment, shaking out the hands, taking the weight off the hands and arms. So we'll come back to tabletop here. We'll spend a little time in a bird dog pose. Left leg extending behind you. Really straighten the leg, activate the left glute. Right arm reaches forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Right hand comes down. The left leg comes down. Changing legs. Extend the right leg behind you. Reach the left arm forward. Extending as long as you can from the fingers to the hand. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, lower hand, lower leg. So we'll do a little pushing exercise here. So you can scoot your knees back a little bit. So my body's at a bit of an angle rather than being in a straight tabletop. My back legs are angled back a little. Now the elbow creases will point forward. We're going to lower down and touch the chin and chest. Press back up. Shift the hips back. Come forward, lower, and press for 2. Coming forward, lower, press for 3. Lower for 4. And 5. Beautiful. So we'll come up off the hands again, shaking the hands and wrists out. You can take your blanket and move it to the side. And we'll be meeting in a standing pose here. So we'll cultivate mountain pose, bringing our feet underneath our hips. We'll rock back and forth on the feet a little bit. Balls of the feet to heels, balls of the feet to heels, and then evenly distribute your weight between those 2 parts of the feet. Legs fully extend, and then soften in the knees a little. Feel a little engagement in the glutes, just a little bit, a little engagement in the core. Dropping the hands. Shoulders come up, back and down, opening chest and heart. Crown extends up, slight tuck of the chin. Nice deep breaths. Drawing energy up from the ground, through the feet, through all of your limbs, through your spine. Inhale, reach arms up overhead, interlace fingers. Squeeze glutes and abdomen, bend back. Find an easy back bend. We're not going too far, just exploring what's here. And bend it forward, hinging at the hips. We'll come up slowly, stacking the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Passing through mountain pose. Hands come overhead. Find your back bend again. Go a little bit further. Engage glutes and abdomen. Exhale, bend forward. Relax the neck, head, hands. Inhale, stack spine. 1 more time. Arms up. Big breath in. Engage glutes and abdomen. Back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Relaxing head and neck, arms hang. One more deep breath here. And exhale. Inhale to come up and round the spine. Head coming up last. From here, We'll move into some rounds of chair, arms coming overhead, fingers interlacing, and we'll sit down as if into the chair, sitting as deep as you can go comfortably without hurting the knees, giving yourself a nice active challenge here, and standing back up. Arms come down. Inhale, raise arms overhead. Sit down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, stand. Arms come down. Take a little pause. Feel the energy in your body. Arms come up one more time. Sitting down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, stand. Beautiful. Arms sweep on down. Feel that nice, healthy blood flow in the legs. And we'll prepare for our warrior poses. So for warrior one, right leg steps forward. The left leg will step back. So there's about 3 feet in between the legs. My back foot is angled 45 degrees. Hands come to the hips, hips face forward. Squeeze the glutes, straighten the back leg, bend the front leg. Bending forward as much as you can. Keeping torso upright. Arms come up overhead. And we'll inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Arms come down. Front leg straightens. Stepping back. Left foot will step forward. Same pose, other side. Finding the distance of your legs. Angling the foot. Left leg bends. Glute engaged. Hands to the hips. Hips come forward. Hands down. Overhead. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to transition to warrior two from here. Opening the hips. Heel toeing the back foot wider. Deepening the bend in your left leg. Going as far as your knee will allow. Be mindful of that edge. And reaching the arms out. Extending, palms facing up. Gaze coming out over the left fingertips. Beautiful. Straighten the leg to come out. We'll go to the other side. So right foot will be forward. We'll step that left leg back nice and wide. Hips are open. Right leg bends. Back leg straight. Arms extend. Palms up. Gaze over the fingertips. Reach up through the head and crown. Embodying focus, determination, qualities of the warrior, humility, courage, and love. Beautiful. All right. Right leg straightens. We'll heel toe the foot in a little bit closer together, and feet are angled slightly outwards. A little bend in the knee here, and we'll bring our hands to the thighs just above the knee. So we're going to work with a little shoulder and hip stretch here. So my hips are going to stay where they are. I don't want them to twist or turn at all. They're going to stay straight. And I'm going to dip my left shoulder in and gaze over my right shoulder, lengthening up through the left side of my back. And then the right shoulder will come in, gazing over the left, and we'll flow side to side here a few times. Keeping that lower body isolated, noticing that when you go to the left side, there's a little bit of a stretch on the inside of the right leg. See if you can find it. And over to the right side. Coming back to center. We'll meet on the mat here. So next we'll be doing a little bit of abdominal work in boat pose. So you can have a blanket underneath your seat for comfort if you like. And you want to feel the bones of your seat on the ground. So I like to move the flesh of my glutes a little bit so I can feel that bone contact. And then we'll have the legs bent and the feet flat on the ground. So take a moment to find that. And straightening the spine, holding the legs, you can feel that just to hold this position, we have to activate the core. So from here, we'll extend our arms out. Bringing up one leg, lowering, bringing up the other leg, lowering, stability in the core, one leg, lowering. Other leg, lowering, bringing up both legs, finding the balance here, strong core, toes pointing, arms reaching, steady gaze between the toes, strong core. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Legs come back down and resting. So you can remove the blanket from underneath you, and we'll come down to the ground here. We're going to be working with bridge pose. So to set up for bridge pose, we're going to have the knees raised, feet as close to your seat as you can get them. Then we'll place the hands under the hips, palms facing down. And I'm going to inhale to raise my hips up towards the ceiling, squeezing the glutes, engaging the quads. Exhale to lower down. We're going to move through a few rounds of this so we're getting a nice healthy back bend, spinal extension, as well as the glutes and the abdomen engaging. And lower. And raise. And lower. And raise. And lower. And raise. Resting for a moment, integrating all of the movements, all the breaths, integrating your experience. Practicing some kindness and compassion towards yourself. And practicing gratitude to be in this body, to be living life. So when you're ready, you can make your way on up and set up in a seated posture for your mantra practice.